Hi there YouTube, this is Daniel back at Dano's Comic channel with another YouTube video. This time it's a Instocktrades video. Most of the books are picked up from Instocktrades. Some of them are from my comic shop, picked up here and there when I went there, and yesterday when they celebrated Halloween Comics Fest, which resulted in me getting some sweet deals on some of the hardcovers in this haul. And then the majority of the books are Valiant. So I will call this the Valiant Edition. And a few of these books are also gifts from a friend of mine, Matthias Lava. He has a channel which he hasn't been very active on recently, but maybe in the future, who knows. So let's just jump in with the hardcovers this time around. Today we have two books which I've had my eye on for a long time, but I didn't pull the trigger until recently. And the first one is Jeff Loeb's The Hulk or Hulk. I think this takes place after World War Hulk and Planet Hulk. And Ed McGuinness and some other artists, Ian Churchill and others, are involved with this book. This is apparently volume 2 of the run. I'm missing Green Hulk / Red Hulk, and I'm keeping an eye out for that. And of course Hulk volume 3 in this run by Jeff Loeb, World War Hulks. And then we have another book, a hardcover with a sweet deal, half price basically. It's Daredevil volume 1 in the oversized hardcover format. I think this is the stories that really leads up to Bendis' run on the character. It's written by Kevin Smith and drawn by Joe Quesada. And I hear mixed things about this, but I decided to get it anyways, and to really kind of complete the story, sort of. I have the Bendis run in trade paperbacks, and I will definitely get it in omnibus form when it is reprinted. And I will probably make a custom dust jacket for this one. And there's a blurb on the back. To his fans, it will come as no surprise that Kevin Smith has written a comic book, giving us his most adult and sophisticated work. End quotation. It's cited Ben Affleck. And then we have the last hardcover of this haul. It's a miniseries by Charles Soule and Steve McNiven, and it is, of course, Death of Wolverine. I bought it used, but it's in good condition, and I got a sweet deal on it. It's gonna be interesting to see how Wolverine dies, or comic book dies. And then I have picked up some other books through the LCS, and the first of it is a recommendation, sort of. Not outright a recommendation, but Black Paul talked about this and had positive reviews when it was released in single issues. And this is a miniseries called Midnighter and Apollo. I think, if I remember correctly, Apollo basically goes to hell, fights demons, and to bring back Apollo, basically. Interesting. Yeah, here's some of the artwork in this series. And then we have a follow-up on a series that I'm currently reading. It's New 52 Batman Volume 8, super heavy. After Endgame, I'm intrigued to see who fills his shoes, or Batman's shoes, or the suit. It looks like it might be someone that's a bit of a surprise. I've been steering clear of any information about this run until I read it, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. what this is. And then ever since I read Dark Victory and Long Halloween and those series by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale, I've been wondering what their work on Catwoman is like. And I recently read some of the New 52 Catwoman, say what you will about that run, but yeah, I like the character of Catwoman, and I wanted to see what was going on during the run of Dark Victory and or between Dark Victory and Long Halloween. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. Here's some of the artwork. And the next 3 books of this haul is those that was gifted to me by Matthias Lava. Thank you. And the first one is also a recommendation from JT and Blackpool of the comic board. It is Red Hood and the Outlaws, Volume 1, Dark Trinity, written by Scott Lobdell and drawn by Dexter Soy. I hear so many great things. I will probably have to pick up Volume 2 and 3 and so on later in the year. And yeah, I'm just excited about this book. And then the second book of the gift portion of the haul is Deathstroke Volume 1. I haven't read any Deathstroke before, so it's gonna be interesting to see if I like it. I hear great things, and it comes recommended by JT and Blackpool of the comic board as well. So I hear good things. Hopefully it's gonna live up to it. And then the last book of those that was gifted to me, it's a book from Valiant. The Valiant, basically. I think it's a crossover event. They are forming a sort of a super team within the Valiant universe. I hear good things about the Valiant universe. I've been reading some of the single issues lately. Exo Manowar recently started Bloodshot as well. And I'm really excited about this. I'll probably not read this first, but I'll keep this in the reading order, sort of. And then we have a miniseries from Valiant. It's Divinity. I hear this is getting a reprint in a oversized hardcover with all the Divinity miniseries, including the one-shots. And the artwork in this by Trevor Hershon is just stunning. This really looks cool. Here is an example of that artwork. And then we have another miniseries from Valiant. I hear good things about this, and it got a follow-up during the summer and a second trade paperback, basically following Britannia. It's basically Roman era occupying the British Isles, and I am intrigued. The artwork in this is a bit different, but it looks really interesting and violent for that matter. Here's an example which is not violent, but an example of the artwork, how it looks. And then they have on Instocktrades recently put up a sort of huge Valiant sale on the trade paperbacks, and I decided to take advantage of that huge sale on certain series. And among those that was heavily reduced in price is a series called Ivar TimeWalker, or Ivar TimeWalker. I know nothing about this series, but time travel and the effects that has on the world or the continuum, it kind of intrigues me, and I'm sure I'm gonna like it. And of course I picked up volume 2 and 3 as well, so it concludes the series, and those are basically called Making History, Breaking History and Ending History. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting to see what this is. And then we have another series, a collection of the mini-series. It's called Dr. Mirage, the death-defying Dr. Mirage, and I think this can be explained as sort of a Doctor Strange type story within the Valiant universe, which intrigues me. I might be wrong, and the artwork in it kind of looks like something I enjoy. I like the sketchy style, and here is some of the artwork, and I'm really impressed by the quality of their trade paperbacks from Valiant. There's tons of back matter, and yeah, I hear interesting things and good things about this series. And also picked up volume 2, or the second mini-series of the series, or the character. And then we have a series that I recently started reading in single issues. It's called Bloodshot, and this is basically the first incarnation of the character within the rebooted Valiant universe. And what I heard about it being explained, it's kind of sort of like a 90s action movie, which I grew up with those, so I'm definitely gonna like this, I think. And I did really like Jeff Lemire's take on the character. I only read one issue, I have one on the reading pile here, the second follow-up, and I decided to go ahead and just dive right into the previous series. Before the reboot. It's written by Dwayne, this is gonna be difficult, Dwayne Swierczynski, probably. And of course I decided to pick up the rest of Dwayne Swierczynski's run with volume 2, The Rise and Fall of Bloodshot, volume 3, Harbinger Wars Bloodshot, and volume 4, Hardcore, and now Christos Gage takes over writing duties, and volume 5, Get Some. And then the last of this run, basically before Jeff Lemire took over the first time, with The Glitch and Other Tales, written by Peter Milligan and Dwayne Swierczynski. And then I have some other books I picked up through this huge Valiant sale on Instocktrades. The first one is Harbinger, Omega Rising. I hear that this is sort of a X-Men type story, or type part of the Valiant universe. I hear great things about the Harbingers and what Joshua Dysart has done with the series. And I also have some other books in the Harbinger with volume 2, Renegades, volume 3, Harbinger Wars, volume 4, Perfect Day, volume 5, Death of a Renegade, extra thick one. The last book of the whole is Harbinger Omegas, concluding the first run on Harbinger by Joshua Dysart. I think this kind of launches the series into a new direction with another series. I can't really remember the name of that series as of now. Maybe you can remind me in the comment section down below. And with that, I'm pretty excited about these new Valiant trade paperbacks. I know it's kind of on a crazy amount of books this time as well as last time, but I couldn't stay away when they had this great deal at Instocktrades. So that's it. That's the haul this time around. I couldn't stay away from the Valiant sale at Instocktrades, and I couldn't stay away from good deals at my LCS as well. With that said, I hope you found some of these books interesting. Have you read any of these? And are you interested to know more about them? Let me know in the comments section. Or have you any suggestions? Leave that down there as well. Until next time around, this is Daniel of Danos Comics, saying bye bye.